Today I'm going to make Rosemary's black bean cherry jello mold, which David learned to love a whole lot last year. She told me recently that she got this recipe from her mother, who got it in her bridge club, which was in Wisconsin. This is the jello we're going to use. This is a 6-ounce box. If they don't have the big ones, you can use 2 3-ounce boxes. And usually we use black cherry, but they were out, and Grandma Rose told me today that frequently they're out around Thanksgiving or Christmas, so you may want to buy your jello early. You're going to need dark, sweet cherries. These are pitted cherries. These are in heavy syrup, but we're going to drain them in a colander prior to using them in the salad. These are pineapple chunks in a can. I like the tidbits too. They're a little bit smaller, but I don't have any of those in my pantry today. You can't use fresh pineapple whenever you're making jello because the jello won't set up. And pecans. These are pecan halves, but we're going to chop them later, so it doesn't matter. But make sure they're really fresh. And our secret ingredient is a can of Coke. I'm going to use Coke Zero because I think it tastes just like Coke, and it's going to save us a few calories. You're going to start out by using the instructions on the box with the basic directions by stirring 2 cups of boiling water into the gelatin. You're going to need to stir for a little while until this is completely dissolved, and it'll start to look clear when the gelatin's dissolved. Instead of adding cold water, like the Jello box says, we're going to add this can of Coke. Ooh, that's some nice busy action. I'm mixing this in good, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for an hour and a half to let it partially chill. I'm breaking up some pecans, and I need about a cup of those, and I just take them and break them into quarters, and that looks like about a cup. The Jello mold has been in the refrigerator for an hour and a half, so it's partially set, and I'm going to go get that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to stop by the sink for a minute. I poured the cherries and the pineapple into a colander so that they could drain good because I don't want that extra juice in the Jello mold. Now let's add the rest of our ingredients. This is the cup of pecans, and now we're going to stir those in. That's thoroughly mixed, and I'm going to put it into my Jello mold, and we're going to allow that to set up overnight. Now tomorrow, when that gets ready, we'll be dipping the bottom of the mold into some warm water just to loosen it up around the edges, and then we'll turn it out onto a pretty plate and garnish it. I think this time we're going to put some whipping cream on top. Ooh, that looks really good. And as always, a little something for the chef.